Oh, we got to go back to the first scene first, though. So if y'all not familiar with how Marvel movies usually start, they start with a big action scene. This is what Tyler Perry was going for, a big, crazy, jaw-dropping scene. Like, that's literally all you could think of, because once they taking a body. Like, that's what niggas was saying. Like, everybody lost it.
People were in the crowd just, oh my God. There was somebody like, ah!
It was insane.
They carried this man's dead body out of the church and put it in the back of
kids. Just watch everybody. It was literally Tyler Perry's wet dream. Like, it had to be one of his fantasies.
And then I feel like he made the mama fat on purpose.
Oh, for sure. No, this is going to get into to what we're going to talk about. So then, to get into what you said after that, what part were you saying? You said after the Corey. So
his performance was very one note.
So Corey's motivation was this. Okay, so Tyler went up to him because he had some questions. He said, "Hey, Corey," he's like, "Tyler, I want to know what I need to feel when I'm, saying my lines, and what's my motivation." And he looked at Corey in his eyes and said, "You see Megan Good over there?" He's like, "Yeah, you hate that bitch with all your heart." That was his only motivation, because they didn't give us any reason why he was so mean to her, except the fact that he had a bad experience growing up.
He had childhood trauma,
and he was a drunk.
And then he watched his father beat his mom growing up.
So, like, if you ever was in an experience in real life and seen something like this, that's how he wrote this movie, from being the outside in, where you're sitting there and seeing these problems from other people's perspective.
You were like, why is this nigga so mad?
And you like, why is she still staying here? Like, you don't understand. But, like, and that's why I think his writing kind of takes the low end of that, especially in this movie, was like, you didn't give him any kind of depth. Like, I understand you trying to say the trauma. You didn't show any of the trauma, so we don't really know. All we did was keep hearing about it.
In like one of the second scenes after the whole drama, she gets him home. He's drunk still, and then he confesses to her that his mother made him kill his father.
And then they just leave that alone to the end of the movie.
It never comes up again. And then my problem was that she was not treating this man like somebody who's put his hands on her, like somebody who confessed to murder. She kept like trying to handle it herself, instead of calling the authorities, who you have more than enough evidence for them to take care of it at this point.
Like, I was waiting for like an old story where like Megan gave him like a STD or something. Like, I'm waiting for
dirty,
one mistake.
down low shit that she did.
Like, she did one mistake, and it's like, why she getting nothing? There
was a man that she went on a date with after she broke up with him, and him and his brothers beat him up, put him in a hospital. They were broken up already. Like, these niggas were just
horrible,
violent as black men. Horrible. There was one of the big brother, after the original big brother died. He seemed like he had a little bit of sense in the beginning, but all of that sense went out the window.
Oh, all of it. Everybody's character development was just trash. Yeah. Tyler, you need to be stopped. And he was talking about people who were critical of his movies.
I'm just glad they didn't kill the daddy.
He was talking about people who were critical of his movies with Keke Palmer. He sat down with Keke Palmer in a recent
Let's
episode.
hear what he has to say about
and
that.
I didn't like this either.
You don't have positive images of any black people.
But what? No. You got to drown all of that out, because if you let somebody talk you out of a place that God has put you in, you are going to find yourself in hell. I know for a fact that what I'm doing is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, because for everyone who is a critic, I have thousands of used to be emails from people saying, this changed my life. Oh my God, you know me. Oh my God, you saw me. How did you know this about my life, my family? So that is what is important. We're talking a large portion of my fans who are disenfranchised, who cannot get in the Volvo and go to therapy on the weekend. So you've got this highbrow Negro who is all up in the air with his nose up looking at everything. And then you got people like where I come from and me who are grinders, who really know what it's like, whose mothers and were caregivers for white kids and were maids and housekeepers and all of these beauticians. That don't discount these people and say that their story don't matter. Who are you to be able to say which black story is important or should be told? Get out of here with that bullshit.
Tyler Perry, we're saying that you are not equipped to tell these black stories because you never tell them with the actual nuance that exists in actual real life. You make black women one note, You make black men one note. You assign stereotypes to light-skinned black men, light-skinned black women, dark-skinned black men, dark-skinned black women. You write as if you actually aren't a black person at all. This is so fucking hypocritical because this is not our gripe with you at all, my nigga. Like, at all. You did not answer the question at all. You just said a bunch of fucking words like a preacher. You made it sound good like the black church does. But you didn't actually answer the fucking question at all.
Well, you talked over this part where he said, but he called it highbrow Negroes. So what you kind of got to surmise from what he said was, all y'all niggas is hating because y'all don't understand that what I write for is the poor people. And if this what you think poor people deserve in content, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. Because
this shit is ass. Like
garbage.
Alvin Gray could have did a better movie than this. And that's our nigga.
I don't think so, actually.
That's hate. That's hate.
I don't think so.
You don't think Alvin with a budget could have made a better movie than this? Alvin's biggest thing, he don't have a budget. Alvin could have washed this. He would have gave Corey a real motivation.
I don't know, but maybe Alvin with a budget would eat.
I think so. I think he would have gave Corey real motivation. He would have had Megan not be this perfect little angel.
The way to fix Corey's performance is to not cast Corey because he's not a good actor.
That's
like, what?
He was good in All American.
He had the smallest role in All American, and
he's the coach.
He did not have to have, and then he was there for like half a season.
No, he's not. He's All American Homecoming. He's in the whole thing. You don't watch Homecoming.
Oh, no,
he's in the whole thing.
I do watch Homecoming. I watch it when it comes to Netflix.
Okay, well, he's in the whole thing. Like, literally, he's had a big story in the last movie. He's not that bad of an actor. He had horrible motivation. He just called everybody bitches.
Yeah, maybe you just didn't have good
Tyler
direction.
Perry, you got the fucking Bezos check, and instead of actually doing a really good movie, you sat there, pussyfooted with Hollywood, Black Hollywood, gave them some nice little checks so they can jack your dick in the articles and shit. But really, you want to give us fucking trash, dog. Make a movie, nigga, and pay some fucking writers. How about that?
It wasn't even like
that's the reason why you can do this shit, because you write this ass. That's the reason why you can pay big bucks, because you ain't got to pay no writers. Pay some fucking writers.
It's written, produced, and directed by Tyler Perry, Mr. Chocolate.
That's a bad sign. When you see written, produced, and directed by Tyler Perry, you might as well just say niggas is being exploited. That's what we might as well just say.
Yeah.
Niggas are being exploited.
That's what's happening in those movies.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
We're going to move from movies into TV. And I know Family Feud is very fucking random, but I am in the most random group chat. Oh, fuck, it's on my work phone. Shit. Wait, no, it's not. I'm in the most random fucking group chat. And one of my friends / coworkers sent me this. So Steve Harvey and Family Feud put out
It's a video?
There's a video of it, but I'm just gonna read the list. We don't have to watch the whole video because it's a couple clips. They put out the greatest rappers of all time list, right? So I'm going to read you. So it was, Family Feud's 100 people in the crowd did a survey. We know what the fuck the crowd looks like. So number one, they're going to say Snoop Dogg, of course, because he's on primetime TV with Martha Stewart on a daily basis.
And he's the most famous rapper of all time.
Yeah, like that's like a household name. Next, we have Tupac, because that's like the one that white people say for like validation. I know rap. Third, we have Eminem. Of course, and then Dr. Dre,
savior,
who was Eminem's.
I don't think that's that as surprising. One, like you said, the Dr. Dre Eminem connection, but he also just did the Super Bowl. Like Rory and Mar was talking about this.
Dr. Dre cannot rap.
But people write for him. That's debatable. but Rory Mar was talking about this, and he was like, I just don't think people would assume when they think of a hip hop artist or a rap, they would say Dr. Dre. But it's like, bro, this nigga just did the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know. That's because we might be too black and educated on hip hop. But I always think of him as a producer. I never think of him as a rapper.
No, I definitely can see where
Dr. Dre has never come up in conversations of like lyricism.
Oh, for sure.
As far as production, 100%. Top 3, top 5. But
he was rapping with NWA and all them. Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was part
they
of
was
it.
writing for him, and all of the NWA shows and documentaries they showed them niggas writing for Dr. Dre.
My thing is like, if you go on the Super Bowl and you head the Super Bowl, he was just on the Kendrick Lamar shit. Like, he's having a little bit of a run. It would make sense that if this was done a recent survey, he would be a part of it.
Beats by Dre. White people been seeing him for a while. Yeah. So
it's not as random as people try to make it seem like.
It's not that random. And y'all have to take the Family Feud crowd into consideration. Like, it's a survey of the people who are in that crowd, I believe. So of course, like the people who are going to take their time out to go on a game show crowd.
Was it 5 or 6 of
them? It was 10 of them.
They did. I thought it was only 6.
So it was 8 of them actually.
Oh, okay.
So I just did the first 4. Next is LL Cool J.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Like, of course. Then we have
SVU or not SVU.
Then we have Biggie.
What's the show that LL Cool J does? It's like a SWAT.
Okay. Then we have Biggie, of course, and then we have 50 Cent, and then Jay-Z, which is like, in real hip hop lists, Jay-Z is not at the bottom of the list in anybody's like list, but he's number 8 on this. It's so funny. So Steve Harvey, he apologized. He apologized to the hip hop community.
Yeah.
Because he knew himself that list was fucking nonsense. But I just thought that it was really funny.
But if you think about it, that's what a white person would think the greatest list would be.
Yeah.
Almost
I
in that
like
order.
A newer white person would add like Travis Scott.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Have you seen Travis Scott concerts?
Yes, he's a lot of fan base.
He has a very intense white